What's good, y'all? It's Rio Harris, and you are tapped in with the Perfect Network. We got a special episode right now. My boy Jordan. We got Kamillion here. We got Bel Air's finest. We got Kamillion with rap shit. All right, how you guys doing?
You already know, man.
Good. What is life teaching
Love that
you?
transition into it.
I know, right? It's real easy, right?
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Whoa.
I don't even know what any of
Wow.
that means.
That's where this synergy is.
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Cancer, but Cancers, Pisces, and Virgos are like this.
Are we gang now? Woo.
Yeah,
squad
definitely
now.
compatible.
Yeah.
And then Virgos can start a conversation with anybody.
Yeah,
Like y'all don't know no strangers.
No. Yeah, because me personally, I'm big on networking, and then I know we like overanalyze a lot, so I'm very like aware, especially of like surroundings, people. So not necessarily that we just have to talk to everybody, but we like to know the scenarios that we in.
Yeah. I'm not a big like signs and shit.
I just know my sign.
I just know my signs. Supposedly, I guess I'm like I'm emotional and like
You're a Pisces.
So
I hate when people say emotional because I don't like when people call me emotional.
That's what people
I'm
just
in
say.
touch with myself and the universe.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But if you want to be honest, I feel like, not that it's bullshit. I get it, astrology, all that. But like, it'll be like, no, the situations that I've been in is kind of like, no matter what you say, it's like, oh yeah, I knew that because you're such and such. Or like, yeah, you're a Cancer. Of course you would say that. Yeah, you're a Pisces. But at the end of the day, it's like, what it comes down to is, are you an asshole or not?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because also, I've been in situations where it's like, what's your sign? I'm not finna tell you my sign. What's your sign? I'm not finna tell you my sign. Why? Because if I tell you my sign, you're gonna be like, you feel like you know me. No, I'm not. I swear. I'm like, all right, look, bro. All right, I'm a Virgo. I can see that.
Because you didn't want to tell me. Because you didn't. But you ain't want to tell me. That's because you're a Virgo.
You're a Virgo.
That's
And
just
I'll
like
be
a
like,
Virgo.
and I'm like, that's funny because I'm actually not a Virgo.
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces. Yeah. And then now it's like, well, Pisces do that too. I'm like, okay, so everybody do everything? Does everybody do anything?
It's crazy that people just like sum you up to your sign. I think
Absolutely.
your sign is just, you have like character traits of certain things, but people are themselves. But like with Virgos, I've definitely seen where you can get on an elevator, the conversation just flows. Anytime I'm just talking to somebody and it's just like a fluid conversation, I know they're a Virgo. Or if I just catch a vibe with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Got it.
and my little cousin, she's a Virgo. She's very, like you said, you inquisitive. You just want to know.
Yeah.
And then Virgos, they dress. They like to dress. You know, y'all dickheads too. You know what I'm saying?
Can see
but
that.
it's like for a reason. It's like within reason.
I think it's just because we're like right all the time. So it comes off as like
That's
being
crazy.
it comes off as like being a dickhead, but it's like, nah, just listen to what I'm saying. I'm right. Like, I'm correct.
We gonna give him that. This is his show.
You know, I'll take it. So right now, like, what is life teaching you guys currently?
I mean, you want to go first? I'll say for real, I think what life is really teaching me, especially right now and where I'm in, is like patience. And I mean, like, more specifically, like, I'll put it this way, man. It's like, you know, at the top of every mountain is like the bottom of the next one. So it's like we have all these goals.
You're gonna be a great father, by the way.
Man, thank you. I hope so. Shit. No, but I feel like, you know, we all have goals and we're like, man, I want to be this. I want to be this. And kind of when you kind of get there, you're kind of like, damn, I ain't shit. Not like I ain't shit really, but just like, damn, you in these different rooms. Like for me, I'll give you the example where it's like, man, you know, I work so hard to like be an actor and like, you know, actor that people like know, recognize, and boom, I got that, right? And then I'll go in these rooms with all these other people and I'm like, damn, but I'm only in a couple of things. Like they ain't everything. And then damn, they act and do music. And am I doing enough? And yeah, so I say all that to say, like, you know, at the end of the day, like I'm just focusing now in my life on just patience and like running your own race. Because at the end of the day, like, number one comparison is the thief of joy. But like Jimmy Iovine always talks about like having blinders on, because like horses in horse races, they have blinders on. So like when they're going like next to each other or whatever, like when they're like racing, they don't look at who's to the right or left of them because you might miss a step. And so somebody else's journey or race is not yours, and Instagram and all these things, you looking at somebody like, I'm a better actor than that nigga, and like he's younger than me, and like all this. All you comparing yourself, that's not your journey. That was for that person. It was for you. It was going to come. So I'm just focusing on like, hey, whatever I'm going through right now, it's okay to go through. It's okay to be good at shit. You don't have to, you can't, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't do everything. So just being patient, having faith in God that everything and all your dreams and stuff will come true, honestly, on his timing. And it's always going to be the right timing. So that's what I'm working on. So.
You can't do shit to speed it up either. You just got to wait on him his time. Because, for me, I'm learning that I'm not always right. I think...
You don't know nothing about that.
Nope.
Like...
Not me.
I think, like... Because I felt like I make sense. I feel like I make sense.
Yeah.
I feel like the choices that I've made in my life and even friends that I've lost or people who didn't agree with me, I'm like, you're out of your mind. Like, this is so... Like, this doesn't make sense to you. But I'm learning a new way. Like, the way that I thought it was, it's not that. And remember when I said, like, I feel like I've been under a rock? If 1 + 1 = 2, just let it be 2. And it's okay to say, you know what? I'm wrong about that. And so I'm learning that because it's only helping me in life to receive what I want by learning to listen to other people and learning to work with other people. I'm a person that I'll what do you call it? What do you call it? What we was doing for the pandemic?
Scamming? Hiding? Scamming?
When we was
masked up.
No, we was hiding, but we was like
looting. That's a lot of I don't know.
Quarantining.
Oh yeah, we did a lot. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah,
every now and again.
I'll go in quarantine and work on things, but like now, like I just wrote a film that actually just got like greenlit, but like I learned how to work with other people instead of just like going off in my corner and creating it and saying this is what it is, and then when somebody else has an opinion, I'm like I'm shooting everything down. It's like I'm learning teamwork, and I'm just learning to listen.
That's really important.
When you listen, God gonna always give you a sign. And when you don't listen, you just miss shit, and it take you longer to get where you're going. So I'm learning that for myself, and I love that for me.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
You you guys both speak very well. Like, did you guys go to school? Did you do acting school, like School of Hard Knocks? That's just taught you to speak all fluently and everything. I
think we might be the same. Did you
She said she didn't do no act. She's like, I had no prior
I didn't do that
anything.
Either. No. I didn't do it either.
I mean, I was in like
it.
drama. I think I got kicked out. I don't know. I remember.
I'm talking about, did you study any type of acting? Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
Some people like think that.
I mean, you guys make it sound real easy. I'm gonna become an actor
when I
tomorrow.
talk, people don't listen. So I don't know.
You shouldn't think.
Yeah, I don't know why I think
That's terrible to think.
Maybe because I have a little voice. My voice is little.
I don't think so.
I don't think
really.
I think it's not little
now
at all.
that's amazing. Thanks.
I think you have a very big
crazy.
voice. Because everything you've said,
everything is little.
Everything you've said, everything you've said has not only just made sense, but
you know why I say that? Because when I be giving advice to like people who I fuck with, and I was giving my homeboy this analogy. I said when people are close to you, they don't really see the beauty and the benefit of being close to you. It's just like looking at a mountain, and you see the painting, and it's like, wow, that shit is beautiful. But if you was on a mountain, you wouldn't be able to see none of that. You're like, damn, this shit got snakes. It got this, like complaining. But when you step back from it, you see it for what it is.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes the people that you're with, they could be too close to you, but they'll listen to somebody else tell them the same thing that you just told them. So maybe that's just what it is. Maybe my voice ain't small. It's just I need to separate sometimes.
That's just like, I've never heard that analogy. That was almost like perfect because it's kind of like, in a way, not on purpose, but people take you for granted because you've been there. We've always been together the whole time. No one's going anywhere. They don't have to be like, wow, this is a privilege, and like, okay, let me actually listen.
Wow, this is Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the other people will be like, want to kiss your feet just to be around you or to soak up some knowledge or for you to give them a word. How can I be a better actor? How'd you get in? But when you're trying to tell somebody that you've known for a minute or give them advice, they don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I got you. but like they not really listening. Nah, not for real.
That can also be used as motivation, I think, because it's like maybe that's them telling you like, you know, it's time for you to get to your next level.
Woo.
So I think I think it's just you know, it depends on how you look at it, because I don't know, maybe they're like, you know, I've seen this, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, let's see you elevate, let's see you grow, and then from there it's like, oh, okay, cool.
What happens when I remove myself? I see.
Well, I mean,
From
when
your presence, I'm saying,
yeah.
like, what happens when I remove myself from being next to you? Then you see how valuable.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, and I think that's the thing too. With separation, you definitely get more time to yourself to think. You know, and to think about all the things that person was doing for you or with you or whatever. I think just sitting in your own solitude is important, because it shows you a lot. And then when you come back together with that person, you see, like, you know, you appreciate everything a lot more, because when you see it so consistently every day, it just becomes routine, you know? So when you eat breakfast every single morning, it's like you don't think nothing special about breakfast. But when you don't eat for an entire day and breakfast comes around the next day, you like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. You get what I'm saying?
The most important meal.
Yeah. That separation, it causes something, it builds something in you. But it's also like that chase that you were saying before, how, like, you know, we're like on different timings, and it's like how you were saying people are, you know, entertaining multiple people, and then if you entertaining multiple people, and then you got this guy who wants to take you serious, but he's also entertaining multiple people, and he don't want to be serious with you, but want to be serious with that girl, and she don't want to be, like, so it's all like we're just kind of waiting until we're all like connecting at the same time, and like,
it's 3 months. Mm-hmm. When you start dating somebody, 3 months, you're gonna see people for who they are in 3 months. You're going to find out whether they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You're going to find out where they living at, if they really got money, if they really got a car. You're going to find out in 3 months. So it's like, hang on to your roster. People going to eliminate themselves.
Having a roster for 3 months is
They don't even
crazy.
make it to 3 months. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're not making it to 3 months.
She's saying line up 10 niggas and just see
line up 10 niggas, talk to them all for 3 months.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like
by that third month, you probably have 2 standing, and then you're like, this ain't really what I want. And then you used to get a new roster.
I mean, a roster is crazy though, because especially, you know, the dynamic that I was saying, well, for men or for women, like, you know, that's why you see like these top tier men, and you know, like the ones who just got it, like they can entertain 10 different women because they can afford to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I said, women have that intuition and that emotional assets that a man needs. So it's like, if you got a woman who is pouring into a man emotionally and intuitively to 10 different men, then that comes ridiculous. You gonna drive yourself insane. So that's why I'm saying, like, you talking about having a roster.
Pour into all 10.
I was like, man,
you know who you turn up
that'd
with.
Be crazy.
You know who you. It's just somebody that might be dropping some jewels. By like that first month, you really know what it is. But you probably still stick around, you know. But I mean, that's just like with friends. It's the same thing. It's just with the opposite sex. People eliminate themselves, you know. But I know you can tell. That's just like you can tell the real from the fake. So if I give you a cube of zirconia and I give you a real diamond, and every day you washing your hands, it's gonna get a little dull.
Maybe
it's
not the first day, but after a while,
you're gonna see the real from the fake.
Yeah.
Eventually, like you can't hide.
That's real.
That. So even if a bitch trying to keep her shit together, you're gonna be able to see it with a wig off. Like she can't sleep with the lashes and the wig. She gonna get, you know, she gonna want to be regular and chill. And that's when you see who the person really is, who you really sleeping next to.
Yeah.
You know? So 3 months.
3 months.
Ain't that 90 days?
That's 90 days.
That's like a job.
Well, 90 days.
A job give you 90 days, but they give you insurance.
Or your refund before you can get this shit back. Yeah, I bought this. You got 90 days to be like, I don't want it no more.
But they say 90 days builds a habit, right? I know there's a 30, 60, 90 day rule. So like even when I start, you know, anything that I want to really pursue, like I start, you know, with 30 days, I do increments. So 30 days, and then once I build 30 days, it's like, okay, let's do this 60 days. 90 days is probably a part of my lifestyle at this point. So I get what you're saying.
That's how you know who you want to be your girlfriend or not.
Right. Yes.
One thing about Virgos too, y'all are very structured. Like everything is like
very,
you know, like routine. It's easy for y'all to stick to routines.
Yeah.
I'm a very like, I'm working on that too. But I like my life. My blessings have come just from sporadic shit. Like I'll wake up and God will tell me, "Hey, go do this," and I'm like, I'm not asking no questions. Most people would be like, "Nah, I ain't got this. I ain't got this." I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just go do it. And then, like even coming here, it was like something sporadic. It wasn't on the schedule, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. Like shit just happens. Sometimes you just gotta go with it in life. Everything ain't like that. And a lot of my Virgo friends, they can't adapt to that sometimes. And I'm like, sometimes you just gotta let go, let God, because everything ain't a plan. Yeah,
life is what happens when you busy making plans.
Right. That's just like reading the 48 Laws of Power. If you really govern your life by that, you're gonna go in fucking insane. Like seriously, because some people take it too literal.
Yeah, too literal.
You gotta take that shit and apply it to your life. Because it'll make you go crazy.
Yeah, so,
you know,
that's real. Niggas read a book and be like, do exactly that. Okay, he didn't say do exactly that, but you're not stupid. Read it and you know.
Now you're crazy.
I'm gonna get up and go. So I don't know about these other Virgos, but I get up and go.
Okay.
Yeah. So
shit.
I'm gonna get up and go too. I'm a Virgo. I'm structured.
He said I'm structured.
I'm a structured nigga.
Yeah.
Is that in the Pisces chart?
Is that in it? Pisces are like that too.
Pisces are not structured, but I am though.
No, but it's a difference.
Okay,
it's a difference because I'm a Virgo. So like y'all are like this level, but like we're like really structured.
Like it's total chaos if something comes up out of plan, or if they don't do it the way they planned it, they ain't fucking with it. It's like it don't matter what somebody else says. I mean, you have to continue to like kind of talk them into it. But if it ain't working with how y'all have it, it's like, how am I gonna do this? This don't make sense. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I'm the type to go with the flow, but I'm not just going with anybody's flow. I'm gonna go with my flow.
Yeah.
So I could get what you're saying with that. Like I'm not just gonna listen to what anybody's saying about whatever. Like let's go here.
It really gotta make sense to you.
Yeah. Well, it just got to be something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah, but I mean, again, I think he could probably be like that too. Like if he don't want to
the
go,
opposite. We just do what everyone says. We do what everyone else says because we're not Virgos.
Yeah.
So everything you do, I probably do the opposite.
Yeah,
not structured at all. I'm emotional. I'm crying
all the time. Crying. He gonna leave here and cry.
I don't even.
I'm surprised he ain't cried on the show today.
I don't have a schedule. I just cried here.
Yeah.
I just.
So you had one of the most notorious scenes.
What scene?
What scene? What scene? So, brother, yeah, man. So you had the opportunity to kiss not only Coco Jones, but you kissed Coco Jones and Karrueche all in one scene.
Man,
So did you get it wrong a couple times so you could redo it? You know what was that? What was that scene like? You know, shooting that.
Nah, the thing about acting too, like they got to get show coverage, day coverage, the wide, the walk in. So we gonna do it like 20 something times.
Oh, so you was just okay.
You know, but I'm a professional, so
you're a professional. Yeah. So you weren't having too much fun. It was just regular.
Me and Coco had already had some of those scenes before, and Coco's dumb cool. So like,
for sure.
That's my friend. That's my homegirl. So
yeah.
Like, we got that chemistry too, where it's good. Karrueche was different because that was the first time, and it was funny. The funny part about that scene is that like the scene is supposed to be like she comes to me and like kisses me, and I'm like, oh shit,
yeah.
But at first I didn't play it like that. Like I fake like leaned into it, like, and then we're like, wait, Jordan, don't.
You doing too much.
You like it too much.
Yeah,
don't lean into it. You supposed to be caught off guard. I was like, yeah, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I just was locked in.
Yeah.
But no, they both great, man. I mean,
for sure.
I really had no idea what you were talking about. I'm crying.
I don't know how. I don't know how. My brother did it.
I was like, there was another scene where I'm crying. Like,
that was good. That was good. But this one I seen
the performance.
Yeah.
What about them?
I seen you kiss Coco, and then I was like, oh. And then I see, or no, it was Karrueche first, right?
Yeah, I kissed Karrueche first, and then Coco like, nah, that's my man.
Yeah,
oh,
and then I seen that. I'm throwing pillows and shit. Yeah, that's what's up.
I appreciate that. I'm glad I put on for
sure. Nah, you definitely
culture.
did. Yeah, we love that. You know? So who was a better kisser?
Oh, that's crazy. that's crazy. Honestly, the kisses were different. Karrueche's like kissing me. It's just like a peck. I'm actually like kissing Coco. So I've never really kissed Karrueche.
Okay. That's what
That's
you tell.
my- that's my
that's
political
what you
answer.
tell people. That was a good. Hey, I did not expect that answer. He did. Hey, that
That's
was
my
good
political answer. I
on the
was no
fly.
mile. It was, you know, it was a peck right there.
On the fly.
So I couldn't even come.
So rap shit has not been renewed for another season.
Yeah, I saw that.
What's the word on that?
There's no word. I know the fans are very disappointed. Every time I post something,
Your comments
they're
is
talking
blowing
about
up.
me.
Yeah.
It's going crazy. And I actually think that because it didn't get renewed, it just put more eyes on the show.
Yeah.
Like it made the rating. I mean, the ratings was already
Yeah.
great, but it made like more people who, because you know they didn't really promote the show, the app, like with how they. I don't feel.
Oh, Max.
Max,
Yeah.
how they should have. So,
should
and then
have.
we're coming out of the strike, so a lot of people didn't even know it was on.
Yeah, fair.
But when everybody started to talk about it and the blog started to post it, everybody went to watch it and to see like how great of a show it is. And for me, I was just looking forward to the next season coming. So it was like, it was really disappointing. Like, really, even like my castmates and stuff like that, we really don't really talk much about it. It's like a real sensitive subject.
Yeah.
But man, God do everything for a reason.
Everything.
I don't doubt nothing. And I feel like
You kinda
if
thinking
it's
about what's
supposed to come
next?
back, well, I'm already working.
Yeah.
I'm already working. So, you know,
As long as you stay ready, you know.
as long
what
as you stay
happens,
ready, you don't got to
happens.
get ready. Proper
Right.
preparation prevents poor
And also,
performance, so.
anything can happen. Like another network can pick it up because it was a
Yeah.
great show, man. So
Yeah.
also, like when one door closes, another one opens. And like you said, like I don't doubt nothing. Like when you got faith in God, like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And you literally don't see it now, but when shit happens, you be like, okay, so that's why that shit happened.
Yeah.
Like crazy story. I did a show called The Rail Show, right? And I was up for The Rail Show, and then there's another show called The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer. And I was kind of up for both of them, and I kind of chose The Rail Show. The Rail Show went one season, and this show is still going on today. So as an actor, you do this thing where you're like, okay, I'm on TV. I'm going to be on TV forever, yada, yada. And then your show gets canceled. Okay, cool. We had a great time. You know, that's just the business. Shows get canceled. So then for 2 years, I'm doing like recurring roles or like a guest star, stuff like that. And these are all great things, Snowfall and shit like that. But once you're on TV every single week and you do something else, like you go back to like guest stars and stuff, you're blessed and thankful, but you don't get as happy anymore because you've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You used to be on TV every week. So for 2 years, I was like, not like hard, like regret, but it was like subconscious thought in my mind, like, damn, what if I chose the other show? I'd still have a job right now. I'd still be working. I'd still be doing this. Fast forward, I'm on Bel Air, and I wouldn't change that for the world. But the thing was, I would never even have got the audition for Bel Air if I was a regular on The Neighborhood, which I could have chose, and I would have never been in Bel Air because I'm not allowed to. You're not allowed to do. So it's like, you got to just have faith that, and it took years. And the thing is about faith and patience and God's timing, like you said, there's no end time. He not gonna like, okay, just wait 30 days. That's not how God works. You be like, I've been waiting 30 days. I've been waiting 6 months. I've been waiting a year. I've been waiting 2 years, and then something happens, and you're like, I'm glad I waited those 2 years now, even though during those 2 years, you was tripping. Like, man, did I make a mistake? Why did I do, you know,
But you
whatever.
learned something in those 2
Yeah.
years that you're probably using on your job right now.
Yes, and going through it and knowing how to just maintain and knowing also what
And
I
you don't
learned.
you take it for granted. You don't take it for granted.
And I think I needed to go through those 2 years to be like, look, all this shit can end. So when it comes to like Bel Air, when it comes to like my finances and everything like that, and be like, look, we're having a great time. We're in the third season, cool. But all this shit can end tomorrow. All of it. And so don't be out here just acting crazy. I think those years built like maturity for me. But during the time, I didn't know what it was building. I was just like, shit, nigga, like, I got rent. You know, like, man, these niggas, this one episode ain't paying everything. Like, fuck, man. I've gone to all these auditions. I got pinned. I'm not getting it. Fuck, do I keep acting? So it's crazy about just like having faith. It's like, this might look really shitty right now in a weird way. Like, don't even worry about it. Because then when you get on the other side, you're going to be like, I remember when I was doing that shit. Oh, that's why I did that. Because now I'm here now. And I wouldn't have been here if I didn't go through that.
But you in particular, you know, what is that reboot like? You know, this is one of the most historically, you know, just well-known shows, like every black kid, black family, and, you know, everybody else grew up watching Fresh Prince. You know, that's one of the go-tos. So what is it like to be on this new reboot, and how do you feel about, you know, them even taking the initiative to do reboots?
Man, I mean, honestly, it's a blessing and obviously a privilege to be on this show, and it's, you know, such a hit, and people, like, you know, are taking well to it. To what you said about, you know, Fresh Prince being such an iconic show and, like, you know, reboot, I didn't get offered the role. I got, you know, an audition, but I turned the audition down because initially, because I got the audition, I didn't get the script, and I saw that was just like, hey, just to be the new Jazz and the new Fresh Prince, and I was like, fuck no, like, nah. At the end of the day, like, this is my favorite show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still watch this shit. There's no reason for us to be doing a reboot of this if it's gonna be like a sitcom or something like that. Man, usually when you talk to your reps about like an audition, usually right then in that time, they'll tell you like, no, I really want you to do this or whatever. And you can still say no. But once you guys hang up the phone, they usually don't like double back on that. Yeah. But the next day, my manager called and was like, I can't let you pass up on this. Read the script. So I read the script and I was like, oh, nigga, this shit is different. Like, it's exactly this is what I want to do. This is cool. And our showrunner had made like a trailer in 2019 and I didn't correlate it at all. I thought it was like some new shit. So seeing that and then actually doing the audition, and to kind of what you said, I don't even see it as a reboot. Like, I see it as like a reimagining or like a revamp, because it's not the same. It's like, it is. Yeah. The base of it is the same. Yeah. But the stuff that happens in it is not the same. It's just like a more serious, dramatic take on it. It's not like, okay, we're gonna do the exact same thing, a sitcom too, where it's funny and we got a new Will Smith. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it's not like that, and I'm glad that I get a chance to, like, as my character, I don't get typecasted either, because like there's, you know, episodes and scenes where like I'm funny, like I'm like suave, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm like smooth, I'm like dramatic, I got crying scenes, you know, so like I'm hitting on all cylinders. Yeah. And I'm thankful that I'm a part of a show where it's like, okay, I can do all these things. It's not like, oh yeah, he's good at comedy or he's good at this. So yeah, like being a part of this too, I just feel like it's like in a way for the culture. Me and everybody on the cast is like really cool. Me, Jabari, me, you know, who plays Will, Ali, Carlton. Then when we kick it all the time, so kind of like what you were saying earlier, how like, I'll be in the chair learning lines. Unless I have like a crazy monologue, we got that chemistry already that like once I see it, we kind of just it just goes. Kind of just go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that, but when it comes to like experiences and like the crime scenes and stuff like that, I do just think about certain things. Like, I'll just be like, okay, what's the most, I guess, like a situation in my life that's most similar to this, and kind of take yourself there. But yeah, it's not like I got to be like, okay, I got to cry. Like that, if you do that, you're not going to cry. Right. You got to just like sit in it. There was one scene where I cried, and I wasn't even supposed to, but I just tapped into what, you know, Jabari was saying at the top of the hill, and like he's crying to me, and I'm supposed to be like tough, but me like actually listening to him and being in the scene, like I start crying. So sometimes it's just about being present too. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
Now, how active is Will Smith in your guys', you know, what you guys do?
We were just talking about this. Will Smith, number one, he's active, but there's a misconception that, and this is also a great thing, it's like a misconception that like he's on set and like, you know, I want this episode to be
Jabari, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, like do it how I would do it. Not at all. He's not on set. And I think that that's a good thing. It really just shows like his trust in the writing and the show running and the actors, to where it's like, I saw the vision, I believe in the vision, I'll pay for the vision. You know what I'm saying? In a way, like it's his production company, but he's not so hands-on to where, because then that gets kind of overbearing and too many cooks in the kitchen. So no, he's good with that. Like, you know, I've seen him several times, but nothing on some like, oh yeah, like he's there, we have a meeting with him on the show. Nah, it's not like that.
Gotcha. So after the whole like Will Smith, Chris Rock slapping incident, right? you know, he mentioned that he spoke to. I ain't gonna get you in trouble.
You good.
But basically, he was saying how he had just spoke to Denzel Washington, and Denzel said, "At your highest moments is when the devil comes for you."
I remember that, man. That was profound, for real.
So, have you guys experienced that, like, you know, where you just was almost over that hump, and like you just had a huge hit, or you know, or when you just were already at the top and you got knocked down and like got humbled?
I mean, I feel like that just happens in general. It don't have to be like the stakes have to be that high. But just broadly speaking, like, yeah, sure, it's times where like you're kind of on a trajectory and you're going up. And the devil will come, and in a way, even if it's God, like even God will test you and be like, okay, so what you finna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to throw you off. The way that I just look at it, like things like that, you know, I'm not gonna speak too crazy on it, but like friends that come around now trying to throw me off my game or like say something to me or like, okay, like blackmail or some shit like that. Yeah. It's about like really not giving certain stuff energy that's really not gonna serve your peace. So that's really what I be on. There's nothing really like specific, like, damn, like I was about to get this role and then I shot a nigga. Like, no, damn, I shouldn't have. Nah, it's not that specific, but I just the way that I was just raised in a way where it's like, man, first of all, you just a black man in America, so people are always out to get you regardless. Sure. So like, you just staying focused and just knowing, like, and having faith that, like, you know, everything's gonna be okay. You're not a bad person. No matter what comes your way, bad things, whatever, stay even keel. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get too high on the highs. You don't want to get too low on the lows. So you just, I'm thankful and everything, but I don't get like, yeah, I'm invincible all of a sudden. Yeah. Because then you realize quickly that you're not.
Okay. You said it's when the man applies the pressure, that's when, you know, something serious in a relationship goes. Okay. And I don't think so, because nowadays I feel like women will give up pussy before they make your bed or before they make you food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one thing me and my homie were talking about is food is a way to a man's heart. So that is just something where off rip, you know, if you really care about somebody, a woman has it pretty easy. You just cook for them.
Girls have a roster. I get it, right? But then niggas playing games, so then now girls playing games. So now I feel like the dynamic always is like this. I'll give you an example. Like, and be real. You've had this. You've had it where it's like, just say you fucking with a nigga or whatever, right? But then that nigga really like always kind of on you before y'all even anything. He fake like applying pressure, right? And you're like, this kind of too much now, so I'm gonna back off, right? That's what niggas do. Like, sometimes I'll do that. I'll be like, oh, this girl fuck with me, and then like the next morning she's like, good morning, let me know how your day is. And I'm like, okay, now you kind of throwing me off, right? But if both parties do that, how we ever gonna find somebody? Because the whole point now is to act like you don't care. Act like you don't care. Because if you don't care, be real. Rejection is like, in a way, it brings you to people. So you be like, damn, that nigga don't care. He ain't hit me. Hey, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Not like, yeah. But if both parties have ego, then nobody gonna find nobody.
But no, I feel like you know, that's a dynamic right now. And so, you know, when a woman really locks in, that's very special for a man, because they start doing things that these normal, you know, women aren't doing every day. Like, these other girls will come over, fuck, and just walk out your house. A girl is gonna come, like a girl who actually wants you and who has a better chance of getting that same thing reciprocated. She's gonna come in, whether y'all fuck or not. I'm not paying attention to that. It's, what does she do, like, around the house? Like, did she see some things around, like, oh, you need some drapes in here, or, oh, you need this, oh, you need some candles, or, oh, you know, you got some dishes in here, let me clean these 3 dishes, let me make a bed. Right. Like, say you, for example, right? So I'm applying pressure and you got a roster. One, like, I don't even want to deal with, or, you know, really, we ain't really break down what having a roster means. You kind of said, you know, don't give it up to everybody, but, you know, I guess have some people that you were entertaining and communicating with. And okay, so dating. So we had, you know, dating is different for everybody, because I had one guest come on the show and said date stands for dick at the end.
I've had this conversation with several women too.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I just agree with him. Mm-hmm. When he says that there is a, like, when you say dating, right? When you said that, I was like, that's not dating. Like, you were like, if I'm entertaining somebody, yada, like, I have definitions, like, it's like I'm talking, and if we're dating, you're my girlfriend. Like, because I asked you out to be my girlfriend, so now we are dating. Yeah. You're my girlfriend because we're dating. I'm dating this one girl. I'm talking to a grip of girls because we're literally talking. Some girls think, okay, we're dating because he took me on a date. And I'm like, we're not dating. Like, I took you on a date. But she'll tell her homegirls, like, I'm dating this one guy, yada, yada. And I'm like, who? Which guy you dating? I'll be feeling that way too, though. I'll be like, hold on, you got to date me, queen.
Right.
Like, yeah.
What is dating you consist of?
For me,
is it a bunch of domesticated things and values at the home?
I will say this. Kamillion, I think that you hit the nail right on the head when you said, like, I need you to, like, teach me something. I'm not going to use that exact phrase. I need you as a woman, and this doesn't have to be money or, you know, it could be, you know, but at the end of the day, I need you to do.
He threw that in.
It could add, you know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to more money in the household.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I need you to be doing something. Wait, what'd you say? Yes. So, first and foremost, like, I need you to be doing something as in, like, don't be waiting on me all day, because at the end of the day, keep in mind, like I said, if it's not money, but I get to come home and you can make my day better by any way, like, hey, cooking or, you know, running my bath or whatever the case is, or handling some work that, you know, maybe some business shit that, like, you know about that you can handle, just making my life in a way easier without just being around wanting things from me. Because it's also cool to court a woman. It is. And take her out on expensive dates and buy bags. All that shit is great. I actually like that. But that's not all it is. So it's like you said, it's like, you got to teach me something. It's like, yeah, you got to strengthen my brain. Because at the end of the day, a nigga can get pussy, like, because like you said, it's like, yeah, you come and fuck. And it's like, I don't care how bad you are or nothing. I don't really care, because I can get pussy anytime, and you just kind of put yourself in that same box as everybody else who's done that already.
Right.
So it's like, in a way, I don't even, like, not to say I don't respect you, but for lack of a better phrase, I don't even respect you like that. And it's not subconscious, because I was fucked up at the club and wanted to do this.
Yeah.
But now the next day and shit, you're hitting me up, and now reality's set, and I'm sober. Like, you already, already did what I planned to do, and you also didn't do anything to be like, oh yeah, but besides that, because I fuck a lot of girls, she does some shit that they haven't done. No, you kind of put yourself in that box.
Right.
When it comes to dating, it's like, yeah, it's good to go on trips and stuff, get to know each other, all of that. But at the same time, I need you to add value to my life and our life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, it's probably, like, I just want a girl to just trust the process and just trust my judgment, and, you know, whatever I say is most likely, like, I'm never gonna lead my woman astray.
Yeah.
You know, and being the man, like, our job is to always have the answer. I feel like that's the man's job, is to always have the answer. And you know, women, they get a little timid, they get a little anxious when, you know, they're dependent on a man who doesn't have the answer at the moment. Yeah. You know, but, you know, just having a woman that trusts the process, and, like, nothing changes when it's either a down season, or nothing changes when it's a confusing season, or, you know, when the rain is coming, like, you got to stand through it. Yeah. You know, because at the end of it, you know, I know where I'm going, you know, and I know that I naturally want to give. You know, so when I pray for abundance, because I want to pour into others. I want to pour into the people that I love. So I don't just pray for myself. I pray for an overflowing amount, so that I can give that to others, you know? So as long as she just trusts the process, then we don't ever have to worry about anything. Yeah. Like, what you're not saying is, shut up, everything I say is right, you're gonna be wrong. I'm not saying like she has no mind in that. No, because just as he says, like, I want, you know, to be poured into, and you know, I'm trusting what you got going on as a woman too, because the thing that women have over men is that intuition. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Women are smarter than men.
Yeah, not even just smarter. It's not an intelligence thing. It's a feeling. It's like a spiritual thing. It's an inside thing. It's an internal thing that women have, to where they can feel certain things. Like, they can feel the energy change. They can, like, how a woman, you won't tell her anything, but she'll just know something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. And so they have that just out in the world though too. So having a woman that's very grounded is also very important, because, you know, when we're doing all the manly stuff, that's just aggressive and physical, just battling with the world, you know, having to lead in all these different directions, just having a calm mind who doesn't necessarily have to focus on as much, so she can focus on like the little small things. Like we're worried about like these big pictures. I feel like women get to kind of focus in on like the smaller things, and like, you know, that's why they're so good at nurturing, because while we're worried about how we got to get it, a woman's worried like
how we gonna keep it.
So I feel like with men, we in women, we look for like the same nurturing that we got from our moms. Right, with women, they look for like the same guidance and direction that they got from their fathers. Now, granted, a lot of you know, people are coming from these broken homes, but that's overall like the dynamic. So, you know, being that I feel like a lot of women, you know, might be a certain way, but it takes a man coming in and kind of showing them their worth and showing them direction and guidance, and like, no, you're better than this, for them to actually take that criticism constructively and do something about it. I feel it.
I respect that too, because a lot of women, especially because it's 2024, and it's like, you know, no, I can do everything a nigga can do. And it's like, yes, you can, but like, don't you like being treated soft sometimes? Yeah, like, listen, it's cool to just do nothing, you know what I'm saying, to chill. Like, there's an attractive part about a woman being soft. Not so hard. Now, also, you don't want no pushover. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can hold her own. I ain't even tripping. Like, you know, she over there and it's cool. But it's like, at the same time, like you said, I can open my own door. I can do this. I can pay my. It's like, that's fine. I never said you couldn't. But like, don't you want? Some girls don't want that, and they be like, oh yeah, like I can't find a nigga. It's like, cause you're not opening yourself up. I had to check myself too. Crazy, cause my dad wasn't around, and so I did this thing where like my belief really was like, look, I don't even care if I have like a wife or anything. Like, I just want a kid. And then my cousin, who's younger than me, he has a kid. He was like, okay, so you don't want your kid to be like in a household like with his mother or his or her mother. And I'm like, well, I didn't have my dad. It was cool. Like, like I'm not even really tripping. So he kind of just brought me back to reality. He was like, bro, you don't want that for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Something like you said, like you manifested like that shit by yourself. You were like, I want to be single. I was like, I'm cool being a single dad. And my cousin was like, why? Because he's a single dad. He was like, bro, you don't want this. Like, why would you ask for that? I'm like, nigga, my dad wasn't there. Fuck it. But for the kid, so just getting out that habit too of like, yeah, we grew up with single parents, but that's not how you're supposed to go. So, yeah.
Kamillion, you go to church? You in church?
I go to Bedside Baptist.
Okay.
Currently, I'm a member there.
Where's that at?
Beside my bed.
She said Bedside Baptist, bro. He said, where that at? I'm slide.
I visited one church out here that had a coffee shop in it, and I ain't been back
No,
since.
she didn't get a nigga like that. I was literally like, where's that on Florence?
Yeah, Bedside Baptist. You can go there too. Listen.
It's where it go down.
But it's in my heart.
Yeah.
I pray a lot. I pray a lot. I'm very spiritual, even if I'm twerking, I twerk for Jesus. Like his funds never run out, and people don't understand that when I say that, but like it's true.
You twerk for Jesus?
Yes.
So like I started singing, I started clapping, and you just throwing it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in myself. I really
love it.
I'm still
love it. Seriously,
wow.
It's just a praise. It's just my praise dance. You know what I'm saying?
Your praise dance, okay.
Yeah.
Twerking for Jesus.
Yeah.
God said, "Come as you are."
And then as a kid, I feel like I was in church so much. I didn't have enough church for the rest of my life. You know, and church is like church. Church is like the hospital. There's a lot of sick people in there, you know, and people expect church folks to be perfect, and it's literally just like a hospital, you know. So,
it's a lot of broken people that go to church.
It's a lot of broken people that go to church.
Yeah,
I would share an experience, but that person is always on my Instagram, so I can't really speak on it.
Don't you love when someone says like, I'm about to tell a story, but I'm not?
Right. Like this is some real good shit that I could say, but I'm not going to tell you.
Nah, if I told this story, that would ruin a nation. But
A nation. Wow, that sounds like
Wow.
a powerful story. We would love to have that here on the Perfect Network.
I know, right?
At least we know you have a good
yeah.
story that no one
God
will
is
know.
good. He's
Yeah.
an on-time God, and I will forever twerk for him forever.
Okay. Do we amen to that?
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And what about you? You got your
I'm gonna say I used to go to I haven't.
You
gone,
twerk for Jesus too?
No, I do not.
Oh.
You're right. Let me start off. Saying,
Okay. Yeah.
oh, so you did the same
And if he
shit.
did it,
Oh,
it was
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Nah, growing up in Inglewood too, Faithful Central is like my church home where my mom goes. But I live far and just adulting. Sometimes I don't get a chance to go to church like that. But like you said, like necklace called God, like I'm just a firm believer in Christ, and I don't, and kind of like what you said, man. I went to church every Sunday till I was like 18 because it was just what I had to do. So I got enough church to where it's like I'm also just close with. I talk to God every day. I pray every night, pray every morning. So, and going, of course, you do have to serve. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't on a certain day go and sit and listen to the word, it doesn't make you not a Christian or like not have a relationship with God. That's what's important. And so, and he's gotten me this far. And,
Yeah.
I don't go to church that often, but he know I'm right there. I see you, God. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like church is more of a production. It's like
I
they
can
know when
see
to
you-
play. They know
I
when to
can
hit
see
certain
you saying
chords.
that, yeah.
They know when you got to go in your pocket. They know when the it's like it's a show. Not that it's a bad show. It's a show to show your reverence and your praise to God. But some people, they turn it into a concert.
Some people do. My one of my best friends, his dad's a pastor, so going to church with him and seeing stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that, and seeing how his dad prepares. Not every pastor is like that, but you're not wrong. I mean, we even see like on the news and shit, like this guy, he was running this out the church and he
One of
makes
my
all this
old
money, and
pastors-
it's like,
Fine.
dang.
Another
Pastors
story
on
that
black.
you didn't want to tell
Let's
us.
just change the subject because it's gonna come out.
Oh, please.
Let's just change the
Please.
subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
But definitely not. I think, like you said, just being spiritual, just believing in a higher power, that helps you in a lot of different situations where you just are confused or you don't know which direction to go to. Just understanding, like, at least having belief in something, just makes sense and helps you get through it. I personally go to a church where the pastor he doesn't make you feel like you're a bad person, that you need church or that.
Come one day.
Yeah.
What church you go to? Is it a joke?
Nah, so I go to Oasis. I go to Oasis. So a church in like Wilshire area. And the pastor, he makes everything make sense. So it's a very mixed church. One. So it's like everybody just comes as they are. The pastor's black, he has a white the pastor's black, he has a white wife. And so but he's always making jokes and just making things funny, but then he ties it into the message. And so,
Love that.
Yeah, so it makes it, and he doesn't like criticize you. Like he tells a story all the time about how, when he started preaching, there was a girl who came in like she just came straight from the club. And there were people in his church who were like, no, you shouldn't be here, in like their community service. And he was like, no, come exactly as you are. And whatever that you need from this church, it will happen on its own, no matter how you're dressed. And on her own, she ended up later on, after coming the same way like 3 times, and knowing that she was still accepted either way, she changed on her own, was like, I want to come like this now. So, yeah. But,
Real.
Bedside Baptist, you can't go wrong with that. I'm there every night, and then, at actual church on Sundays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bedside Baptist, and I asked where it was.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to go. She's like, no, not mine, not my church.
Is that in Encino?
Yeah. But, yeah, man.
Drop the low.
Oh, Tom. Okay, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming on. This is a beautiful conversation.
Thank you for having me, man. This is
Yeah.
great.
It's fun.
I love how just having a
in.
conversation and don't have to like.
Yeah.
It's just flowing.
It ain't 21 questions, interviews, getting attacked. It's all group conversation,
Yeah.
growth and development, all that good stuff. So I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate
And
you, man.
yeah, man, you guys stay tapped in with the Perfect Network. We out here.